Hello, 330 to go family. This is Sarah. I am with Justin Hilton. How are you, Justin?
I'm absolutely perfect. Thank you for asking.
Justin is the president and CEO of Leadership Akron.
Indeed.
And we are talking about the Lebirth Community Vision Awards breakfast.
That's right.
And when is it happening, Justin?
So that is happening November 2nd, Thursday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. at the Jonas Knight Center.
Awesome. And we're going to talk more about that. But for those of you who have never heard of Leadership Akron, we want to find out about it. So
Shame on you all for not knowing. No, I'm just playing.
No, you want to introduce more people, right?
Absolutely.
So, and I learned some new things about Leadership Akron, even though I had heard about it just this morning. So go ahead and share with us. First of all, can you share just like the 30-second version? Who are you, Justin?
So I'm actually, Justin Hilton, thank you. I'm a product of this community, born and raised here.
Great.
And I started out in the architectural industry after going to Kent State University for architecture. So I practiced architecture for about 10 years in the Northeast Ohio area. Then I returned back to my alma mater to be a professor in the College of Architecture.
Oh, that's fun.
And I also had businesses and had a consultancy, and so I did a lot. And then I switched from the professoriate over to the administrative side of the house at Kent State, and I was in multiple different capacities, right?
I went to Kent State too.
Oh, nice!
Kent State alum.
Go Flashes!
Yes.
Come on now! Homecoming coming up. Anyway, I was a senior associate vice president for university relations. I was a success solutions consultant, and I was a senior administrator for community outreach. So all total, I had 20 years at Kent State University.
Wow.
And then I moved over to Goodyear, and I was fortunate to be able to work at their HQ for a year in their global project management office.
Okay.
While doing that, I was on the board of directors for Leadership Akron, and so when Barry, my former predecessor, retired, I stepped into this role, and I've been blessed and honored to be at the helm of this organization for about a year now.
For about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. So tell us, what does Leadership Akron do here in the community?
So essentially, we curate leadership within the community.
Okay.
And so we've been around for 40 years. And there was a group of leaders within our community 40 years ago that said, how can we assure that our community remains strong? And how can we develop strong leaders to serve within our community? And so they started a Leadership Akron program 40 years ago. And they had a cohort of almost 40 people in that class. And they weren't quite sure that there would be enough leaders in the community to have a second cohort.
Oh my gosh.
Well, 40 years later.
40 years later.
Yeah, and about nearly 2,000 alumni later,
wow.
We're still rocking and rolling, and we're still serving the community by transformatively impacting our community with leaders.
Yeah. Well, and it just makes me think how important it is to have vision. Not to downplay that first person that said, I don't know if we have more leaders, but there's always more leaders, and you go out and you guys find them at different age groups as well. Share just a little bit about that before we get into the breakfast.
Yeah, so even though we started with just one signature program for our seasoned mid-career professionals, over the years we have actually expanded to include signature program, which still remains, but we now have a youth program that is for high school juniors.
Love that.
And so we have a leadership program for high school juniors to college students to young professionals. We have a partnership with Torchbearers, which is a young professional leadership program as well. And we still do our seasoned mid-career professionals as well as those who are approaching retirement and retiring. So we have about 8 to 10 programs that we offer per year, which also includes our Community Leadership Institute. So those are specific leadership programs that are embedded within the organizations that are the largest employers within our county. So Goodyear, Bridgestone, Cleveland Clinic, Akron General, some of those larger scale organizations, we do leadership programs in there as well. So from our youngest to our oldest, we stretch about 55 years,
I
and
love that.
We have about 200 participants throughout our annual leadership program.
That's really wonderful. You always see those like 30 under 30, and those are all great, really wonderful. I love 20, 30-year-old people, but at the same time, it's like we want leaders in teenagers.
Sure.
We want leaders in people who are 50, 60, 70 years old. And I think that's great that you guys are expanding that. That's
absolutely.
wonderful.
Yep.
So we're talking about the breakfast, though, because
Yes.
we're excited to get this information out to you. I want to start with saying that anyone and everyone is invited to this breakfast. And so go ahead and share a little bit about it.
So this breakfast originally started 11 years ago. And it was named after Dave Lieberth. So for those of you who may not know who Dave Lieberth is, he has been an absolute tremendous transformative leader within our community for decades. And he was one of the original founders of the Leadership Akron program.
Okay.
And he was also the city manager under the Pasquale administration for years and years and years and years. So his life and his legacy is absolutely unbelievable. And so shortly after he retired, Leadership Akron said, hey, we want to do a signature award in his name. And so it was created about 11 years ago. And each year it's awarded to a leader who has an absolutely transformative impact within our community and who advances the mission and work and vision of Leadership Akron.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, and so this year it's Lori Zuckerman. So she represents our 11th awardee, and she has had an absolutely amazing, not just life, but also career, and probably most importantly, a leveraged impact within our community, transforming it. And so she's the honoree this year.
And if you want to read more about her, I'm going to link all of this information below where you can get tickets and the webpage with all this info. And on there is her bio. Yeah. And I'm reading through her bio, and I mean, it goes on and on and on.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. She's done a lot.
She was extraordinary in the engineering field decades ago as one of the first most successful women in that field, which was male dominated at that time. And she has since created her own consultancy helping women in business become successful leaders, and then she expanded to where she now has her own consulting group. She mentors so many and does executive coaching for so many of our leaders within our community. And specific to Leadership Akron, she has helped us with our programming, with our opening and closing retreats for our signature programs and our next program. So she is absolutely priceless as someone who contributes to our community. So we're excited to celebrate her.
And honor her. And whether you know Lori or not, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to come, learn about her, but then also meet other people in Akron and network and talk with people. And so go ahead and share again. I know we shared it at the very beginning, but we want to make sure everyone gets the information. Where is this going to be located? What time? What day? Let's get all that.
So it's Thursday, November 2nd from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and it's at the John S. Knight Center.
Yeah.
And so we're super excited. You know, there are sponsorship opportunities as well as the ability to just come as an individual attendee. And so we invite everyone to be there. As you mentioned, it's a wonderful opportunity to not just understand who Lori is and be empowered and impacted by her life, but also to network. We're hoping to have quite a few hundred people that attend this.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And it's in the morning, so it's doable for people. I really like that as well. It's like, hey, let's all come together, have breakfast. Yeah. It's not a time where, you probably have 17 other things going on. So I appreciate that as well. I love that it's a breakfast. I think it's 7 to 9 a.m., right?
And it's a breakfast buffet. We got some food. So come out and eat some great food, meet some great people, and learn about an absolutely tremendous leader within our community.
All right, so I'm going to link all that information below. I hope you guys all come out. Again, that is on November 2nd. It's a Thursday morning. It is 7 to 9 a.m., John S. Knight Center. It's going to be a great time. All right, thanks you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, 3 to go.